Hope's Hangout is a program that meets usually 2 days a week. We tend to split up the younger kids and the older kids, but it's for children from 1st grade through 12th grade. They come here and they receive a hot meal and some relationship building activities. We have a lot of adults that like to volunteer here. The young people play games and they do crafts, sometimes service projects, some sports activities. They've done Zumba, and they've done some dramatic things, puppet shows and things. There's sometimes homework help when the kids actually bring their homework to us and we help them do their homework. And one of the highlights of the program is the sewing program that happens on Wednesday afternoons, and the kids kind of vie for their chance to be able to do that because they get to bring home a really cool project at the end of it. Sure, the reason it started, I was here as a student when I was still in seminary, and we used to have Girl Scouts on Monday night and Boy Scouts on Tuesday night, and they had something called Family Night on Wednesday night when the families from the church would come, and some of the neighborhood kids started to come to that, and they said, Miss, how come you don't have things for us other nights of the week? And so while I was a student here, we kind of formed a committee and talked about what the kids in the neighborhood needed. What they really needed was a chance to make relationships, and it's not really a matter of getting them off the streets to be safe, because this is not maybe considered the friendliest neighborhood in the city, but I've been here for 10 years and I have not seen any violence. And most of the kids have parents at home and are pretty well loved. They might not be rich in goods, but they're rich in lots of other ways. But they do like to have a place that they can be not out on the street, where they can gather together in groups. And there aren't many gathering places here, so this seemed to be a good place for that.
I have a cooking class here where I teach the kids how to cook. And we have a pantry here. We serve food, and it's a big family in this church. Kids, tell them what you do.
My name's Isaiah, and I play basketball. And I think it's really fun for kids like us because it's better for us to learn more sports and it's more exercise for us.
I teach the kids cooking class. I teach them life skills. I don't teach them fancy stuff in a restaurant. I teach them life skills where they can open the refrigerator up and they can find something to eat. They can make peanut butter jelly sandwiches. They can make tuna fish sandwiches. They can make cereal. Stuff that they can eat if their mothers come home from work late. They can go in the refrigerator and make them so.
This was started several years ago by a member of Reformation who was very interested in getting something that the kids can do on a regular basis. And she was able to get the initial materials from actually Exeter Junior High. And it's been going ever since. And so I would say we've been at this maybe 6 or 7 years with a lot of kids. We start them with no skills whatsoever. And they have a series of projects that they can make, and then as they get older, they can figure out what they'd like to make, and we try and help them with that. So our goal is not for expert sewers here. Our goal is to get some skills, and you're doing, that's good. You want to do the next one?
There you go. All right.
And to have fun. And they get all their projects to take home. The materials are all donated. The Social Ministry Committee funds some of the stuff when we need to buy a large thing of quote fill or whatever.
Is it working?
And you can cut that. And we've got volunteers from Reformation and from some other churches as well. Some Lutheran, some not. So we've got we've got 5 or 6 women that come on a Wednesday on a regular basis. And of that, we've got 2 different Lutheran churches, a Methodist church, a Catholic church, and I think that's it. So but they all, we fall in love with working with the kids because it's a lot of fun.
We're always looking for people that are good with young people, especially people that have some sort of a talent or a skill that they'd like to share. I know some of the girls are going to be learning to knit this year, so somebody's going to be helping them with that. We'd especially love to have some male role models. It seems easier to get women to volunteer for programs with children and youth than men. Especially men that know how to, either are interested in sports and want to do something like that with the boys, or want to teach them woodworking or how a car runs. any kind of knowledge like that, that they think back to when they were boys, that interested them when they were that age.